Margaret Kelly. I'm Director of Mencap Northern Ireland, and today we were launching our new model of housing and social care support for adults with a learning disability. So a learning disability is, for example, something like Down syndrome. And there were 42,000 adults in Northern Ireland with a learning disability, and the very vast majority of them live at home with family carers. And often when there's a crisis, so a family carer gets ill or unfortunately someone dies, then there's a real crisis as to where that person is going to live. And today we were really focused on that adults with a learning disability need to have the same housing rights as any other group of people. They need to be living in ordinary houses, in ordinary streets, and Mencap has developed a new model of support working with our sister charity Golden Lane and with the Health and Social Care Trust to make many more housing solutions available to those adults with a learning disability.
About a year and a half ago, our sons, Brian and Warren, moved into a supported living facility run by Mencap.
Life before Mencap came along was quite difficult at times because we were focused all the time on Warren and on Brian, especially on Warren in the latter years because he was living at home with us until Mencap came along.
We've provided housing for two brothers, for example, who've been living apart for 20 or more years. One of them living in a nursing home, not because he's elderly or needs to live in a nursing home, it's just that there wasn't anywhere else for him. And we've been able to bring those two brothers together to provide a property where they can both live, and they wanted to live together. And it's just up the road from mum and dad. The other brother was living with mum and dad, and they were struggling to cope with that. So having them both together in really good quality housing just up the road from where their parents lived has made a real difference to their lives. And we found that with many people who have a learning disability, through having their own home, they've actually got more confidence, they're starting to learn new skills, they're more involved in the local community, and it's just making a really big difference to them. And also helps tackle some of the stigma, because unfortunately some people with a learning disability are still the victim of harassment and bullying. But when you see somebody in your own street or just up the road from you living a normal life just like anybody else, they just happen to have a learning disability, that's really helpful in tackling some of those attitudes.
So we're working really closely with Health and Social Care Trust, with the Department of Communities and with Golden Lane Housing, and we are hoping that going forward we will be able to build more of this model of working with every trust in Northern Ireland, and the Department for Communities are looking at the potential of raising some capital money to do a smaller pilot scheme with us, and Golden Lane Housing will continue to stay in Northern Ireland. So £6 million committed up to now, but with a commitment to grow that over the next number of years. So a real opportunity. There are 42,000 adults with a learning disability. That's not that many. And really a real opportunity in Northern Ireland to begin to create a solution where people can live as part of a community and can have the kind of choice around housing and where they live that you and I take for granted.